Morning traders, let's see what we have in store for pound dollar, euro dollar and pound dollar today. We've got claimant account change for pounds coming out at 7 a.m. UK time, so in another half an hour. And there isn't anything else happening for euro or dollar. With euro dollar, I'm expecting price to come and clear this fair value gap on the weekly time frame this week. Maybe it will come deeper into the 50% off that range and maybe find some kind of a support. We have CPI news coming out tomorrow, so I will wait for that to make any decision on bias going into later in the week. Until then, I'll just be watching at high time frame PD arrays and looking to trade off those areas. I'm still expecting price to come to this weekly time frame fair value gap, which is also where we have the lowest daily time frame fair value gap and that order block on the daily time frame. And looks like price still hasn't taken out the swing low from last week after rejecting these bearish fair value gap in discount, this breaker block, and then start displacing down. So today, I expect price to push down to this weekly time frame and daily time frame fair value gap. It's just a matter of how it's going to get down to that level. Maybe we'll pull back up first. We've got a order block on the 240 time frame. We also have a fair value gap above that in the discount or the premium for going short, and we could potentially get an entry up there. However, on the 60-minute, price created these relative equal highs, displaced down with this bearish fair value gap, and it looks like price is coming into that fair value gaps range. We have one fair value gap right there, and then there's also this other fair value gap right above that one, and both are in a discount or premium. So ideally, I would like to see price either push up to this and tap into the next one, the second one, and find some resistance, and I'll look to short at that level. That's a pretty good zone, so I'm going to just add a alert. So if price pushes up to this 1.1043 level during London session, we'll take a short. If we start pulling back, if we start pushing from just this 1.1041, I will still want to wait for London to open, push into that higher time frame fair value gap, and then look for an entry. We can place my stops above these highs and continue to trade potentially down to the low, but most likely not take partials along the way, because if that fails to hold, price could come into this 240 fair value gap and provide some resistance. So I'll be watching out for that. For pound dollar, I'm anticipating price to come down and clear out the first weekly time frame fair value gaps consequent encroachment, which is right at this previous resistance level. And at the moment, we've come down into a daily time frame fair value gap, and have been trading, just bounced off the 50% off that bullish fair value gap. But there are also many bullish fair value gaps along the way for the daily time frame inside that weekly time frame fair value gap. So, and this is just a minor support, especially because we have such a strong bearish order flow going on in the last few days or last week. It's that I predict price to get a deeper retracement. We have found small support at this 50% level on the daily time frame fair value gaps 50% level. If we start to see bullish displacement, then maybe we'll come up, clear out this the first fair value gap, and find some resistance, or maybe we'll find resistance at the second fair value gap. I'm not sure. You just have to see how price has played out on the lower time frames. Price is coming into this bearish fair value gap right there, which comes after price put a bullish fair value gap after tapping into that daily time frame fair value gaps 50%. So right now I don't really have much predictions going into pound dollar. But if I was to look for a shorting opportunity, it would be inside, in the discount. Ideally, more the 15-minute time frame where you have these swing highs and these fair value gaps. So somewhere inside these fair value gaps would be a good location to look for a short. But apart from that, I don't have anything for pound dollar right now. So that's me for the day.